Okay. Hello, hello, hello. How do you do? Hello, hello, hello. It's glad to be with you. I'm glad to be with you. We are glad to be with you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. It's Charles Eze here once again on the Financial Intelligence Moment with the FBI coach on the only place where word, music, and entertainment lives, the Grace Impact Radio. You're welcome. You're welcome. Those joining me on YouTube, I appreciate you. You're welcome. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button and also remember to activate the notification button so that once I drop any content, you'll be the first to know. And those joining me on the Mixer app, I appreciate every one of you. You're welcome. And before I start, I want to sing my own um, Christmas song. I want to celebrate. It's Christmas, you know. It's a time of celebration. It's a time of um, sharing. It's just a celebration season. And today I'm saying, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We send you love from the Grace Impact Radio. We appreciate every one of you, all our listeners around the world, my viewers on Facebook, on YouTube. I appreciate every one of you. Now, today, we shall be talking about something very interesting. We'll be discussing how to stay on top of your game this Christmas. You know, it's a time of merriment. For some persons, it's a time to, let me use the word, plan for the new year. For some persons, it's a time of they just want to sit down and count their costs. They want to know, okay, what have we done rightly? What have we done? Some persons, they did all that starting from October, November. They set all their goals. They did all their plannings, waiting for the new year to hit them. It's a great day. Whichever one you have done, either you're celebrating or you are taking stock or you are planning for the new year, it's a great day. It's a great season. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be alive. It's a time to appreciate God once again for making us see this time and season. Okay. So many persons started the year with us, but there are no more today. And some persons didn't even step into this year. Some slept yesterday, but they are no more today. So it's a thing of joy. It's a great privilege to be alive. It's a great privilege to see yet another wonderful day. So I want you to celebrate yourself. I want you to give God praise. I want you to appreciate the Almighty God for the gift of life. It's not by our power, it's not by our might, but by the Spirit of the Lord. He made it possible that you and I would be alive today. You know, the air we breathe, if it was to be sold, I'm so certain the rich would have purchased everything. Then the downtrodden, the less privileged, they will have nothing to buy. But God decided to make it possible for everyone to have access to this earth. So we need to appreciate him for that. All right. Without further waste of time, now I'll be talking about how to stay on top of your game this season. You know, there are a few things that you need to do to stay on top of your game this season. And number one thing is giving. You must give. You must learn to give. You must share what you have, even if it's a cup of rice, even if it's a grain of rice. You must share. Learn to share. Give. Learn to give. Life is not all about what you acquire. Life is not all about what you gather to yourself. Okay, this is the time. I just want to keep getting from people, receiving from people. No, 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 no. Change that mentality. Step into the mindset of giving. What am I going to give out this season? What am I going to give out? Whom am I going to give it to? That's one of the things you need to do to step on, to be on the top of your game this season. You need to give to the less privileged, give to your neighbors. There is that little child that can't afford what your children have. Bring your children together. Okay, we might not be able to buy new clothes for our neighbors or for our friends or for the motherless babies, but out of the multiple clothes we have, let's pick some lovely ones, not the what's it called, the ones we can't use. No, just pick up the nice ones, one or two. Okay, you bring, we put it together, we wash it, iron it, and give it to the less privileged, give it to the poor, give it to the needy, give it to your neighbors. Share your toys, your children toys. Share that thing that you love so much. Share. It's a season to give. Cook food, share with others. It mustn't be on Christmas Day alone. Start sharing, start giving out. It's a season of celebration, and you need to make this your lifestyle. It doesn't have to be only in December. We share, we give to the less privileged, we visit the orphanage or the old people's home. It should be your lifestyle. Giving should be your lifestyle. Giving should be something you do often. Okay, giving puts you on the high pedestal. Like, see, one of the things giving does for you is that it prepares the ground for your harvest. It prepares the ground for your harvest. Now, I am not saying you should just give foolishly. If you decide to give like that, fine. Okay, well, like what I do is that I set aside, I do my budget, I do my planning, and I set aside, okay, this is what I want to give out this season. This is what I want to give out this period. But in all that you are doing, make sure every month you give out something. You give out something to someone who will not say thank you to you. Make it your lifestyle. When you do that, you see yourself staying at the top of your game. You see creation starts working for you. God will open up more doors for you because he knows that when he sends these blessings to you, you are not going to be an island of blessing, but you will be a channel of blessing. And as long as you have positioned yourself to be a channel of blessing, the blessings will keep coming. You keep attracting the blessings. It's just like a magnet. I know some persons that will never give you a grain of rice. They will never, never. Instead, they'll keep receiving from. They will just want to keep receiving. They are in a receiving mode. They're in a receiving. See, it's all about mindset. Oh, I don't have anything to give. Says who? You have something to give. You have something to give. You have your time to give. You can learn to deposit into other people's emotional bank account. Someone came to my inbox and was asking me, all this urgent 2K. Now they have increased the urgent 2K to urgent 2K 100. So he was asking for urgent 2K. And this same person sees my posts all the time. This same person knows that one of the things I do online is to educate people and I'm making money from it. But this person have never for once share my posts. As in, let me just share it and give this guy, maybe my contacts will see his posts and take advantage of it. He has never shared it. This person have never asked me, Charles, see, I'm financially down. How can you help me? Teach me how to make money. I know I recharge my phone every now and then. I have data, but I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to maximize these things. Please teach me how to make money. He has never done that. But he will quickly come to my inbox and say, please, the last food I have today is what my family and I will eat and die. You know, I keep getting this from him every now and then. So recently he came to my inbox as usual to, you know, because he has made me his ATM. And one day I said to myself, my mumu don't do. I had to wake up and say to him, look, bros, sorry, I can't give you. I have. It's not as if I don't have. I have, but I can't give you. And he said, why? With an emoji. He said why and added an emoji to it, as in the emoji was surprised. And me too, I also responded with the same emoji, surprise. I said, you have always seen my posts. In what way have you ever added value to my life? Or rather, I don't even know how to put this, but in summary of what I said to him was, I talk about how you can make money online. Have you ever come to ask me, teach me how to make money online? You have never done that. But all you want is just to be a beggar. You want to be in a receiving mode. But that's a terrible lifestyle. That's a terrible way of living. You don't have to enter the begingitis family. You don't have to. Yeah. So he paused, and the next thing was that this guy blocked me. It was so funny. You know, but I had to tell him the truth. Then few days later, I noticed he unblocked me. So I just looked at him and I said, this guy's problem is so deep. And he sent a message that I insulted him, blah, blah, blah. I should have just told him I wouldn't give. I said, no, I didn't insult you, but I told you the truth. If I don't tell you the truth, that means I'm not willing to help you. I need you to get out of that state. Get out of that state. Get out of that begging. It simply shows you are mentally lazy. You are mentally lazy. Get out of that state. You know, in fact, this time around, I used more hard words on him. And he zoomed off again and blocked me. Well, when I noticed he blocked me, I had to block him on top of it. Then I sent a message to him via SMS. I said, look, Mr. Lagbaja, if you want to get out of your situation, I'll help you. I will not give you money, but I will teach you how to fish. My trainings, people pay for it, but the best thing I will do for you is to add you to my training group for free. Now, if you take advantage of the opportunity, good for you. If you don't want to take advantage of the opportunity, so be it. I never heard from him again until this moment. He just zoomed off. Now, that tells you this person is not ready to grow. This person is not ready to get out of the issues surrounding him. He just wants to be in the receiving mode. So what am I saying in essence? You don't have to be in the receiving mode. You don't. Learn to deposit into people's emotional bank accounts. My mentors, I have 2 mentors I connect with physically. These guys are multimillionaires. You know, whatever I buy for them will mean nothing. As in, no, what I mean is that they can buy multiples of it. But what did I do? I had to look for something money cannot buy. I provided a service. I provided a service. I talk about their products. I did a Facebook ads for them on one of their pre-trainings. I'm paying for the ads. It's been projected. And someone said to them they were surprised that I didn't do any Facebook ads about this. How come? One day I had to open up. That's my own way of adding value to their life, because they have been a tremendous blessings to me. So learn to give back to the society. Learn to deposit into people's emotional bank accounts so that when it's time for you to withdraw, you will not have insufficient account balance. You know, it's a fraud for you to go to an account you have not deposited anything and you want to withdraw. It's fraud. Okay? So you need to learn to deposit into people's emotional bank accounts. You need to learn to give. Keep giving back to the society, giving back to your family, giving back to your loved ones, giving back to your neighbors, giving back to the less privileged, to the downtrodden. Those are the base of pyramid. Give back to them. Give back to them. Now, if you run trainings like I do, most of my trainings that I charge 50,000, 100,000, 30,000 and above, I had to bring them down. I had to bring the price down because I want to affect more lives. The goal, I have a goal which says that 10 million families should be financially free by 2025. 3 years to achieve that goal. And in order to do that, I don't have to stay on my high mountain. Oh, if you're not paying me 50,000 for my trainings, then you are not. If you're not paying me 100,000 naira for my trainings, then I'm not cut out for you. Now, because of the larger vision and also to accommodate more people on this journey, I had to bring the price down drastically. Sometimes my friends ask me, Charles, how do you do these things? I mean, you run trainings that you are killing the industry. I said, no, I'm not killing the industry. I'm running my own race. You run your race. Okay, I know the audience I sell high ticket offers to. I know the audience. So you must learn to give back to the society, okay? That's one of the things you need to do to stay on top of your game this Christmas. Give and keep giving. Number 2, expenses. You must learn to manage your expenses. You must learn to deal with your expenses rightly. See, it's one thing to have an income. It's another thing to manage the income. You need to manage your expense. Yes, I know it's a celebration time. It's a time when we're so happy. We want to take our children to this place, want to take our family members to this place, we want to give ourselves good time, want to buy this, want to buy that. Please have a budget. Don't spend on impulse. Impulse spending is a big money mistake you must deal with. Have you read my book, Money Mistakes to Avoid? If you haven't read that book, you need to get it. You need to get that book and read. Money Mistakes to Avoid. There's a lot you will learn from that book. A lot. I shared my stories, and I also shared a few mistakes you can avoid. Everybody on earth have gone through those mistakes. Now, those mistakes are collection of my experiences and experiences from my mentors. So it's not something somebody just read from the book and just want to come and teach you. No, that's not it. They are live experiences. You need to read that book. Okay? If you don't have it, you can chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll always drop my WhatsApp number in the comment section so that you can get it. My WhatsApp is +2347033109363. I'll put it up in the comment section so you can have it. Okay, +2347033109363. That is my WhatsApp number. It's a book I encourage everyone to have. It's a book I encourage you to pick up and read. Pick up the book and read. Pick up the book and read. See, manage your expenses. The expense you don't manage will manage you. I'll say that again. The expense you don't manage will manage you. Do you know what it means when your expense is managing you? You will be like an aircraft that is nosediving. You'll be like an aircraft that is nosediving. When your expense starts managing you, you start living from hand to mouth. When your expense starts managing you, you will see yourself running on the circles. Running on the circles. Call it vicious circle of stagnation. Some people's problem is the fact that they can't manage their expense. Money comes into their hands, but at the end of the year, they can't really say, this is what I have done with the money that got into my hands. So how did that happen? It starts by managing your expense. How good are you at managing your expense? To manage your expense is very easy. You must have a budget. When money comes into your hands, the first thing you need to do is to take out what? Take out the money you pay yourself. For me, I pay my tithes. Okay, so what I do is that when money comes in, I remove 10%, I pay my tithe. Okay, then the remaining 90%, out of the 90%, I remove 30% and pay myself. I call it the freedom jar. I call it the freedom money. I pay myself 30% of that money. So I have taken how many percent? 40%. I'm left with 60%. Out of that 60%, I take out 40% for my recurring expense. I'm left with 20%. From the 20%, I give to charity. I carry out projects. I do this, I do that, I do that. Now, most times, that 60% I share across my recurring expense and my projects, and I want to buy a new car, I want to change my mobile devices, and all. It's always not enough. It's always not enough. So what do? It places you under positive peer pressure to discover additional income sources, to discover more ways you need to put money. See, it helps your RAS, your reticular activating system. It puts your reticular activating system to work. It makes you to start thinking outside the box. What are other legitimate ways I need to make money? There are questions you should ask yourself. I don't ask myself, how can I make more money this season? No, it's a vague question. It's a question that you can never get good answers for. Rather, I will ask myself, how can I make more money selling my ebooks? How can I sell my training packages to a larger audience, to 10 million persons, to 5 million persons, to 10,000 persons before the end of the year? You see, that question is more definite. Now, if I say, how can I sell my products to 10,000 persons? How can I sell my ebooks to 10,000 persons between now and 31st December 2021? It helps me to think, okay, I'll now sit down with my paper. I start brainstorming. Number one, number two, number three. You see, but if I say, how can I make money this year? How can I make more money this year? It's open-ended. Okay? So one of the things budgeting does for you is that it puts you under positive peer pressure to discover more legitimate ways you can make money and add to your income stream. You need to handle your expense. The one key thing you need to deal with is impulse spending. Please get away from impulse spending. Impulse spending dealt with me several years back. It dealt with me. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I'm totally free from it. Sometimes I see myself want to spend on impulse, or I spend on impulse, but I've been able to manage it to the barest minimum. And I thank God for my wife, who also, I told her, look, for us to achieve this, we need to work together. Okay, whenever you see me or you notice that I'm going this direction, please call my attention to it. And because we have been working together, it has helped me a lot. So you need to get an accountability partner. If you don't know how to manage your expense, you don't know how to deal with your expense, you need to have an accountability partner. An accountability partner that will hold you by the hands. It could be that the accountability partner could be your spouse, it could be your friend, could be your pastor, could be your mentor, could be your coach, but whoever it is, you need to speak with the person, and you be accountable to the person. So you need to deal with your expense if you want to have the best of this season. Okay, if you don't want to start crying foul, oh, what did I do with this money? I remember Christmas last year. A guy he hit money. He did some contracts which they didn't pay him on time, so he wasn't expecting the money, and suddenly, boom! December, was it December 15th? I know it was second week of December. The guy just received this crazy alert. The company paid him. He was singing and jubilating. That's how he went into market. He started buying. I said, guys, slow down. Slow down. See, every money that you are expecting, have a plan for it. Have a plan. If you don't have a plan for that money, something else will plan it for you. And do you know what's going to plan it for you? Your expense. The guy wasn't expecting the money. There was no plan for the money. He doesn't have any financial plans. Fine. Even if you're not expecting any money, have financial plans. Have financial plans. You should live ready. You should live ready. Do you know what it means to live ready? If this money comes, this is what I'm going to do with it. This is what I'm going to do with it. I was watching a television. So no, it wasn't a television. It was on social media. They asked someone a random question. If you're giving 10 million naira right now, what are you going to do with it? And the lady said, the first thing I need to do is just to go to the hotel and cool off. Spend 1 week and eat food, just sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up. That's her own financial plan. Of course, from that person's statement, that person is living on the expense column. That person is just a consumer. It's just a consumer. When money comes into your hands, you are seeing it in two ways. You are seeing the money as a seed or as harvest. As a seed, because you are thinking of ways you can multiply this money. You are thinking of ways you can multiply the money. When 10 million comes into my hands, now I already know what I'm going to do with it. I already have plans that I'm going to put this money into that will multiply to generate more 10 millions, multiples of 10 millions. Now you're seeing it as a harvest because as the money comes, just like the lady who says she will go to the hotel, just stay 1 week, eat, sleep. Yes, I understand you need to cool off, but then have a plan for that money. So she's seeing the money as a harvest. She's seeing the money as a harvest because she's thinking of the next Louis Vuitton bag to buy. She's thinking of the next vacation to go on. She's thinking of the next, but before you start consuming, please be like the wise farmer. A wise farmer understands the principles of seed and harvest. A wise farmer understands that he must first of all plant before he can harvest. If he's thinking of harvesting if he's thinking of making a lot of sales the next harvest season, then he must start planting now. But some people don't do this. When a wise farmer harvests his crops, before he starts consuming and selling, the first thing he does is to remove the choice seeds for the next planting season. He will take it to his barn and keep it. I remember my grandmother, when we go to the village, maybe we go to help her to harvest the yam. Of course, I remember then they stopped me from using the, what's it called? The hoe. Because when I'm harvesting, half of the yam will be left inside. You know, I was pretty young then. So what they did was they said, no, 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 you are not going to harvest. What you do is to gather. So as we gather all these things in a basket, we take them back to the house from the farm. The first thing she does is to start selecting some. And she'll put the yam in her barn for the next planting season. They are planning ahead of time. So you need to manage your expense. You don't have to see your income as a harvest. Have a plan for it. Manage your expense. Your expense shouldn't manage you. Don't spend all you have and believing, oh, January is coming, more money is coming, or I'm expecting this next inflow. Let me just enjoy the one I have now. You know, there's this mentality or this saying that those who are not financially intelligent usually say that I beg, let me eat first, you know, because the one I carry in my stomach is the one that will sustain me first. Yes, but then plan ahead. Are you aware that faith, F-A-I-T-H, the simple definition of faith is planning? You are planning ahead. You are exercising faith. Planning is a simple definition of faith. The money is not yet in your hand, but you already have plans for this money. The resources are not yet in your hand, but you already have plans for these resources. You have this confidence that these things will come in. You have this faith that the resources you're expecting will come in, and this is what you're going to use it for. So to stay on top of your game this season, you need to manage your expense. Please. Your expense shouldn't manage you. It's very important. Okay, so I have talked about giving. I have talked about expense. Then the third thing you need to do to stay on top of your game this season is goal setting. You know, I was talking about planning, that planning is a simple definition of faith. Yes, why do we set goals for the new year? Because we have faith that things will work out well for us. We have this belief, we have this confidence that God will make everything work out well for us. Goal settings. You need to set goals. You need to set audacious goals. You need to set goals that scares you. See, whatever happened from January to yesterday is already in the past. Some of the incidents, some of the issues might be haunting you. Some of the incidents might be trying to pull you back from your tomorrow, but don't allow it. Don't. Do everything possible to snap out of it. Don't allow it. Set new goals. You lost money? Set new goals. You lost relationships? Set new goals. Whatever you lost, you can regain it. You can get it back. While you're waiting for God to work for you, God is also waiting to work through you. Are you aware that God will not do for you what He has given you control over? Are you aware? God will not come down to do it for you. Whatever He has given you authority over, He will not do that thing for you. That's why any prayer that makes God absolutely responsible for the answer to that prayer is an irresponsible prayer. So having prayed, you need to get to work. And what is the work? You need to start planning. What plans do you have for 2022? Have you set your goals yet? I concluded my goal settings for 2022 in the month of November. So all I'm doing in this month of December is waiting for January to come. When people are trying to step into the new year, or rather when people are trying to adjust themselves to see how they will fall into their goals, I have already started cruising. That's the way to set goals. Some people set their goals as far as October. But whichever one you choose, Either you're doing you did it in October, you did it in November, or you're going to do it in this December. Make sure you set goals. It's very important. Set goals that are realistic. There's a way you set goals. There's spiritual goals, there's financial goals, there's material goals, there's relationship goals. Who do you want to get closer to this period? You set your spiritual goals. How often do you want to pray? How closer do you want to get to God? I set spiritual goals. How many books of the Bible I want to read every day? Set spiritual goals. Set financial goals. How much did you make last year? How much do you want to make this year? Now, you need to also set goals that are realistic and achievable. So one of the things I do, even though I have stepped up a bit, is that, for example, if my goal for 2020 was $10 million, when I'm stepping into 2021, what I did was to add another zero to it. Now, moving into 2022, I added another zero to it. Just a zero to the figure. Of course, that's it. If you have $1 million, you add another zero to it. How much has it become? $10 million. And you add another zero to it. How much has it become? $100 million. Now, sometimes, okay, you set goals and you discover that all through the year you didn't achieve any of those goals. Please don't be in a hurry to start setting new goals. Go back to your previous goals you set and look into it. Where do I need to make adjustments? Did I actually follow through? Did I play my part? Because some people set goals and it ends there. They don't have processes in achieving these goals. What do I mean? They don't break it down into daily plans. There's a way you break down goals into daily plans that makes it actionable, that makes it, it makes it sweet and easy for you to achieve. For example, you want to read book. You have a 200-page book. And some people will bring up the book and say, oh, how do I read this book? It's simple. Break it down into pages. How many pages am I going? How long is it going to take me? Or rather, how long do I want to set aside? How many days do I want to set aside to finish this book? So if you say you want to set aside 10 days, what do? You divide the 230 pages by 10 days. So you discover you'll be reading about 21 pages every day. In 10 days, you are done with the book. It's that simple. Now, that's 21 pages every day. If you know your time is a bit tight, you can read 10 pages in the morning, 11 pages at night. You are done with your 21 pages. The next day, you do the same thing. Guess what? If you start, it becomes part of you. It makes reading sweet. Now, I'm just sharing one example because this is something I have done for years. I have been able to master the way I set my goals. I break it down into bits, into chunks, into quarterly goals. I break it down into monthly goals. I break it down into weekly goals. I break it down into daily goals. And I also have, out of that daily goals, I now set aside 5 major things I need to do daily. So the way we set goals, one of the things you need to do this season is to set goals. Now, to help you on this, I'm organizing a training. It's going to be on the 27th of December. Okay, I'm going to be organizing a training to teach people how to set goals. The things I do. I've done this training for 5 years. Every year, every 27th of the year, 27th of December, I do it. I've done it for 5 years. This year is going to make it the 6th year I'm doing it. I've done that consecutively. So it's not a free training, it's a paid training. It's a paid training, it's not for free. But don't be scared. The price is always very, very low. Very, very, very low. Something that it might not even buy you a burger. Why am I putting a price tag on it? I've come to realize that when I do trainings and I just do it for free, people don't value it. So I want your seed to get into it. I want your seed to get into it. It's just a commitment fee. Okay, so fear not. The details will be shared on my various social media handles. So if you are not following me on Instagram, follow me at FBI Coach 1, figure 1, FBI Coach 1. Follow me on my Facebook, FBI Coach, on YouTube, FBI Coach. I'll share details there. And I also have my WhatsApp number displayed so we can stay in touch. I have a group I created where I share updates. So you can also chat me on WhatsApp. I'll add you to the group. My WhatsApp number is +234 7033 109363. I'll take that again. 070. That is okay. Let me add the country code because I know people from different countries are listening to me. +234 7033 109363. That's my WhatsApp number. Chat me up. I'll add you to the group where I share updates and all that. So you must set goals. You must be able to have goals broken down into bits. You must have spiritual goals. You must have financial goals. You must have material goals. There is something I wrote down. Let me try to read it. The few things you need to do before setting your goals. It's very important. I have shared this in all the goal setting classes I organize, and it's important you know this. Okay, it helps you. It will help you in setting your goals. It will help you in creating the template you need for your goal setting. Okay, I'm trying to get my hand on it. One thing I love about goal setting is that it's the benefits of goal setting is that it gives you clarity. Yeah, it gives you clarity. It helps you to see tomorrow. And someone who sets good goals is someone who is living his life above the average. Above the average. Okay, or I also put it this way: a person of average intelligence with clear goals will achieve something faster, more than a genius without a direction. Speed is good, but speed without direction is useless. You're just stepping on the pedal. You're just running without a direction. You'll crash. You need to have a clear goal. I'm trying to get my hand on it. Okay. Okay. So I said for you to set good goals, you need to ask yourself, what are your key goals for the new year? What are the key goals? What are the key things you want to achieve for the new year? What are the books you want to read? What courses are you willing to take in the new year? What projects are you going to carry out? Who are you getting closer to in the new year? Who are you keeping away from? What new habits are you going to develop? And what habits are you going to stop? The coaches you are hiring, which coach are you going to hire to help you achieve more in the new year? What rituals are you keeping in the new year? And what rituals are you stopping in the new year? Who are you going to mentor in the new year? And who is going to be mentoring you in the new year? Who are you going to be a blessing to in the new year? See, I tell people that any goal you set that is more, the goal has to do with you. Okay, myself, I, and myself, and me, myself, and I. It's a useless goal. Your goal should be channeled towards affecting more lives. When you do that, creation starts working for you. I'm speaking from experience. God will set creation in motion to start working in your favor. Okay? So the few steps to living a successful life and having a achieving a successful goal is to know where you are per time. You need to know where you are. You want to achieve your financial goals. You want to live beyond where you are today. You need to know where you are. You need to have a snapshot of your current status, your current financial status, where you are per time. You need to know. Where do you want to be? You need to know. Where do I want to be? By this time next year, where do I want to be? What are the things I want to achieve by this time next year? You need to be clear about it. How do I want to get there? That's why I say to people, we live ready. I live ready. You must live ready. Know what you don't need to get. Know what you don't need to get to where you want to be. What is it you don't need? That thing you don't need, you need to be clear about it. Choose your thoughts, choose your words, choose your actions and your friends to facilitate you knowing what you need to do to get to where you want to be. These indices will help you know where you want to be, to know what you need to get to where you want to be. Plot your success graph, not your revenge. Some people are, okay, this year, I'm going to show them, me, I'm going to, no, you don't need to play revenge. You have no business in revenge. The only thing you owe your critics is results. I'll say that again. The only thing you owe your critics is what? Results. You don't have to get into the revenge mode. The only revenge you have is yourself. The only competitor you have is yourself. Always compete with your previous self. What am I going to do to get better than where I used to be? I always ask myself every day. What am I doing today to get better than what I got yesterday? What am I going to do to become a better person than whom I was yesterday? Maintain your investments, not your image. See, the goal is to stay successful and not to be successful. The goal is to what? Stay successful and not to be successful. Maintain your investments. What do I need to know about investments? It's part of the things you'll be learning in my goal setting class, 27th of this month. Okay, 27th of this month. The fee is always very, 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 very low. It's always less than $5 or about $5 or thereabouts. Very low. I call it a low ticket offer. Then you also need to chase hot deals, not hot babes and guys. Dress for success, not to impress. Follow your passion, not the latest fashion. Seek and reward loyalty, not royalty. They are two different things. Loyalty and royalty. Seek and reward loyalty. Achieve success working solo. And also achieve success by working with others. You must learn to work solo to achieve success. You must learn to collaborate with others. In this new economy, you must learn to collaborate. It's called connected economy. You must learn to collaborate with others to achieve success in what you want. And there's this last statement. Pray like a Christian and walk like a Japanese. Go and do research on that last one. Pray like a Christian and walk like a Japanese. It's very important. So you need to ponder on these things to help you achieve the goals which you need. Okay, you need to set goals. So the things you need to do to stay on top of your game this season is not, number one, you need to give to the society, give to your loved ones, give to your families. Excuse me, give to yourself. Okay, give back to the society. Number two, manage your expenses. Expense can kill, expense can deal with people. The reason why a lot of people make money and they don't see it most times is because they have not been able to manage their expense. The expense you don't manage will manage you. And when that expense starts managing you, you'll be like an aircraft that is nosediving. Okay. And I'm sure you don't want to nosedive. I'm sure you don't want to be on the downward trend. Then the next thing you need to do to stay on top of your game this season is to set goals, clear goals, measurable goals. Okay, have a goal. Have a goal for everything you do. Goal setting also helps you to eliminate time wasters. Goal setting help you to eliminate time wasters. There are a few things I wrote down about the benefits of setting goals. I shared these things on my social media handles some days back. I shared a few benefits. Yeah, number one, I said it provides direction. Number two, it helps you to focus on more important things. When you have set clear goals, it helps you to focus on more important things. It helps you to eliminate time wasters. See, time wasters are the most dangerous part of it. You have written down 5 things you want to do for the day, and suddenly someone is calling you to say, hey, Charles, come, let's go and see this guy. But it was not part of your itinerary. It was not part of the things you have set out to do. See, you must learn to never sacrifice urgent things for important things. I'll say that again. Learn not to sacrifice urgent things for important things. It's very important. Sometimes these urgent things come up. The first question you ask yourself, this thing that is urgent, is it important? There are some things that are urgent and important. There are some things that are urgent, but they are not important. There are things that are important, but they are not urgent. So you must be able to sit down and in your medulla oblongata, you'll be able to analyze these things. Okay, this thing is important, but it's not urgent. This thing is urgent, but it's not important. It is urgent, it's not important, then I'm not going to deal with it. This thing is urgent and it's important, then everything can wait. I need to deal with it because it's in line with where I'm going to. This thing is important, but it's not urgent, then I'll put it under my class B. It's not on my class A activities. My class A activities are the things that are urgent and they are important. My class B activities are the things that are important, but they are not urgent. My class C activities are the things that are not urgent, or the things that are urgent, but they are not important. So I'll always pay more attention to the class A and class B. Class C means I have fulfilled class A and class B. Then I can take time out to do class C. Am I making sense? Don't worry, by the time you get into my class, you will learn a lot about it. My vision setting class. I call it Vision 2022. Last year, I called it Vision 2021. 2 years back, it was Vision 2020. 3 years back, it was Vision 2019. No, that's how I just keep naming it Vision. So this year is called, this year goal setting class is called Vision 2022. Those who went through my class last year, they follow through. You know, it's one thing to be in a class, it's another thing for you to actually put to practice what you have learned from your mentor or from your teacher or from your tutor. Is one thing to put it to practice. Now, those who went through my class and they decided to follow through to do all I have asked them to do, before the month went, was it in June or July? They had really 10x their income. They had 10x their income because we set it on a solid foundation. The solid foundation of God that never fails. Okay? Then we start building from there. I take you through the processes. It's an interesting class. You don't want to miss it. 27th of this month. So if you haven't connected with me on anywhere, my WhatsApp number, it's right there. Connect with me. Let me get you ready for the class. Okay. Then goal setting also gives you clarity in decision making. It removes all gray areas. The things that are not said, it takes them off. It gives you clarity. It gives you control of the future. You are not being jittery. Oh, what will tomorrow be? Oh, what will I make? Oh, what will I? No, you already have plans. You are stepping into the new year with your head up, shoulder high. You already have a direction for your business. Some of you want to do multiple things, but you don't know how you're going to put these knots together. My Vision 2022 class will help you do that. I'm good at what I do. I've done this for several years, and I'm always happy doing it. And I don't go by the crowd. Even if it's one person I have in a class, I teach that one person as though I have multitude and thousands of persons. Okay, so it gives you control of the future. Goal setting provides motivation. I love that aspect. It generates this adrenaline in you. It helps you increase your passion. When men are saying there's a casting down, that scripture will be fulfilled in your life. You'll be saying there is a lifting. It generates that motivation. It keeps motivating you. It keeps giving you the reasons to live, the reasons to keep working, the reasons to keep striving, the reasons to keep building. You're not a hustler. You're a business person. It teaches you the right way to build and build rightly. Then it gives you a sense of personal satisfaction. You know, there is this satisfaction you have in you that knowing fully well that you have blocked these areas. Even when the water is coming, the areas have been blocked. You're not going to be taken unawares. I don't believe in coincidences or happenstances. I don't. I believe everything has been ordained. There is a reason for everything that happens. There are two things that must happen to every man on earth. Two things. And it doesn't happen once. It keeps happening every now and then. And these two things, how you get out of it determines your disposition, determines your build, determines how you have prepared ahead of time. And these two things are problems and opportunities. Problems must come. Problems and opportunities must come. Opportunity doesn't come knock but once. That statement is a hogwash. Opportunities is actually standing by the door side, waiting for you to identify it. But you cannot identify an opportunity you are not prepared for. Or rather, you cannot maximize an opportunity you are not prepared for. Opportunity will always come. This year, 2021, several opportunities have come your way. Did you maximize them? Step into my goal settings class and I'll teach you how to maximize opportunities. The next constant thing that will keep happening to man is problems. How do you manage problems when it comes? Challenges when it comes. How do you manage it? The way you build yourself ahead of time determines how you come out of that problem. With a breakthrough or a breakdown. These two things must happen to man. Problems and opportunities. How you handle it determines what next. So setting goals gives you sense of satisfaction. Then also gives you sense of purpose in existence. It gives you purpose and it gives you sense of purpose in existence. So this is where I'm going to wrap it up for today because we have spent an hour. If you leave me, if I have more time, I'll just keep talking because I just enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I love what I do. So above all, in order for you to have the best of this season, love what you do. Okay, love what you do. Do it wholeheartedly. Do it with joy. Do it with excitement. Anytime you're called upon to do it, just do it. Just do it. Just do it because you're tying it back to the first one, which is giving. And you manage your expense and you set goals. I believe I've been able to add value to your life today. I believe you're leaving this place with something wonderful. Until I come your way next week, I want you to remain financially intelligent. I want you to understand that one income stream is a suicide mission. Please get out of one income stream. You need to have multiple streams of income. And don't forget to set your calendar to register for my goal setting class, Vision 2022, taking place on the 27th of this month. I beg your pardon, 27th of this month. I'll see you again in my next week, Monday. Next week, we're having another time here on Grace Impact Radio. This is where world music and entertainment lives. This is the place to be. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye.